Today, guys, we're going to be working on a BMW that had an exhaust. I won't even call it an exhaust done. A piece of pipe put in. We're going to fix that up with some nice stainless. So for anyone that knows the car, this is James, I forget what James's last name is. It's probably very mean of me to not know what his name is. Sorry, James. Either way, I think Beaver. James's car, I guess I'm going to make a lie up too. I think it's a 13 BMW. It's badgeless, see, no badges, so I don't even know what it is. But it's a BMW, it's nice, it's all-wheel drive. As I mentioned, I had another shop doing exhaust work to it. The exhaust on it would be kind of hard to say it's nice in any way, honestly. As you can see, they just kind of like welded a pipe in. Very interesting process, mandrel, or not mandrel bent, just kink bent. And you can see very low to grab, so we're going to fix that up for him today. We have the stock muffler that came off the rig. Not necessarily going to use that. Not really sure how I'm going to set up the exhaust tip on this. Whether we do a couple like teardrops up out of here to kind of come up, or we just do like a single teardrop. I don't know, we're going to get something neat and creative on it. But either way, this is what we're going to be working with. This is 304 stainless. Honestly, guys, I ordered this off Amazon from Windsor Metal Services. It is 304. They come in 46-inch lengths. You can buy 90s V-band clamps. These are the nice HFS quick release V-band clamps. Can't beat them. They're like $40 for a 3-inch. The pipe, I think they're like $55 a piece for these, and these are like $75. But either way, can't beat it. Real good, clean stainless. Doesn't get damaged on the way. You know, for the quality, for what you get. You can't build it or buy an exhaust for what I could probably build you one for. So essentially what we're going to do is I'm going to get the car jacked up. I'm going to put it on a couple of these blocks here so the ass end is sitting up for us, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the stock exhaust out. I won't say stock, that piece of pipe out from under the car, get the down pipe out, and then right off the bat what I'm going to do is put a 3-inch V-band on the down pipe and on our first piece of pipe, and then we'll get that sitting in place. So let's go at it. Call me crazy, but the idea of an exhaust is that it's supposed to be able to be taken apart in pieces. This is not so much. So, what our plan of attack here is this is where the factory mid pipe is. You can see this is already in 3-inch. It's not really in stainless, but it's bubblegum welded. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring her back to an even spot. We're going to take that straight pipe, we're going to put a V-band on it. We're going to go up here, put a V-band on it, and that way we got 2 V-bands so that everything clips together properly. So that it comes down pipe, V-band, midsection, V-band, axle over, V-band, muffler, out to tip. So let's get the job. Just a tech tip too. A lot of guys go on about, you know, oh, I got a full 3-inch exhaust. Well, I'm gonna make a little point out here. So 4-inch off the turbo, all good. We narrow ourselves down. We go through a flex joint, we go into our, what I would consider down pipe, to our first portion of our midsection. So, that being said, I've always been told that the smallest portion of your exhaust is the biggest, or is the actual size you have in your exhaust, if that makes sense. In the essence, what I'm trying to explain is, if you have a spot, if you have the whole exhaust, that's 3-inch, and you clamp it down to, what's that, 2 1/4 basically, right? 2 1/2 maybe? I'm gonna call that even 2 1/4. It ain't quite 2 1/2 when you measure it right. Either way, you're going from a 4-inch to a 3-inch to 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 3/8 to back to 3-inch. The idea and premise here is that, like, essentially
all the exhaust is going to get built up right here, and then the flow from that point out is irrelevant anyway. So I'm actually going to cut here and here and add a section in so that we end up with V-band to V-band with the added length, so that we're actually a full 3-inch exhaust. So, tech tip. So, going to weld the downpipe for the first V-band. Grab this rod here and then off. Okay, so not much. Away from the weld area. I'm a big fan of just using a rag with a run wash, just to clean everything. My shop is dirty, not dirty, but I mean, I do a lot of stuff in here. So take a second, just clean the filler rod, just to make sure you don't have any issues with it. And then just take a second with the rag and just wipe the inside where you're going to do your weld to. So the cleaner you can make this, the better. Same with the outside, because I am going to weld the outside, I'm just going to tap the inside. So let's get the inside there tapped. I shouldn't really need any filler, but we'll take it just in case. I do have the welder plugged into 220 on the moment. We're running the settings on the DC side at 100 amps, 17 CFM on the gas side, and then just running around the foot pedal. So I'm just gonna go down and tack these spots really quick, and then we'll flip it, and I'll face weld front side in one shot here. Remember, keep the pre and post gas good there so it clicks off. And we can switch hands and we'll transfer to this side. It's weird, when I switch hands, I gotta switch feet too. Okay. So we got 2 spot welds in there. We do have a little bit of color in them. That's okay though. This one actually came out a lot nicer than the first one. But good welds, good tacks, gives us a nice guaranteed edge on this outside. So when I flip this sucker and lay it up against our vise like so, I'll basically be able to start on the front edge here, and I'll work our way right around, and then we'll reposition on the left side, work our way right around, and then flip it, same deal. So let's get to taking that. So, just seeing some of the little time lapse there. We got front V-bin up here done. That's the connection between the original, not original, but the aftermarket downpipe from, I don't even know what that lettering actually says, VRSF maybe? Either way, their downpipe, cut their little reducer setup off it, put it into a V-band flange, and then V-band flanged it into another 3-inch piece, TIG welded all this together, so now we have full stainless in the, I mean it's stainless I guess, just shitty stainless, back into you know, another V-band and then into our stainless pipe. So what I'm going to do now is slide all this assembly back underneath. I'm going to hook this piece up and I'm going to hook this piece back up, and they're going to stay in the car for good this time. Then what I can do is just work my way from the back, basically based off this pipe, work my way back to go over and then back out the exhaust. So it just really cleaned it in my hand there, didn't it? So let's get this underneath and then we'll start worrying about that back portion. Alright guys, so give you a little update here. So far, what I've got done is, under the car, I don't mind working in confined space, but under the car you can see we got a V-band flange, we got that set up to the downpipe. Our factory exhaust runs underneath. We are touching the bottom flange right now. We are going to have that corrected when we get the hanger in place. And then from there, we've met our stainless that we're working with. So I put a little bend in it, actually right here. You can see there's a little bend welded into the end. It's not finished welded in this video, but this portion, but I got to finish welding. And neither is that one, they're just tacked in place. That keeps the exhaust nice and low. You can see it there when you look up. It's under in the tunnel as it should be. So when you look at from the rear, we're actually left with it where it should be. It is hanging on my little interesting jack handle, but that's basically its final placement. Again, when I get the hanger in place, that's where it'll be. It keeps it off the flange down there. Now we're into the putting the exhaust together, or the muffler setup together. So first piece of pipe, it's a 36-inch 304. Same deal, schedule 30. We're going to cut yay off it. I just got to go underneath there now, get the measurement, and then put a V-band end on it, go in there, get the edge, and then we have our 90s that we're going to get prepped up to put into place to meet our muffler. The way I'm going to do that is a little bit different than my original plan. So let's get that started, I guess it could be. See where it goes. Alright guys, so got a tip on. As you can see with a little teardrop setup. I forgot to get some of the stuff putting this all together. Kind of forgot to take videos and people showed up as I was working away, so the footage kind of got forgot. But either way, we got the axle portion in there. As you can see, it's all nice and clean. Got a hanger going up to where it should be. And then I do have a hanger up there as well. You can see it. That holds the exhaust where it should be on the end. That's all TIG welded down. Everything TIGged out really nice. All our V-bands are tight. I am going to go underneath and just give everything one more snug just to make sure. As you can see, like the overall exhaust now is nice and tight up under the vehicle like it should be. I am going to turn that flange actually so it faces vertical so that we're not going to have any concerns of it hitting. But, you know, good exhaust install. I'm happy that it went the way it did. Definitely a change for the client and the tone. And you can see we got nice welds there. Some of them are a little bit interesting, but sometimes it becomes a pain in the ass learning this stainless, but one weld at a time we will get better with it. So that's it. I'm going to get this thing back on the ground, take a couple little side shots, and then we're going to do a startup for it, and that will take care of this video. But let's get this on the ground first. So we're out in a drive for James's Beamer here. Can't really see shit. have the draggy with me. This thing is literally going to beep until I put a seatbelt on. Damn BMW seatbelt stuff. There we go. Stop beeping. Yeah, really nice driving car actually. Really quiet, not too much of a groan to it. Take a gear down, 2 gears down, still not much of a noise to it. It's pretty neat. The turbo spools though. So everything drives good with it. I do hear a little vibration from maybe that lower skid plate just touching the exhaust. I think I'm going to have to bring the car back in and just do a little modification to that. But otherwise, this thing is driving along and sounding really well. So we're going to do a little draggy pull to end this video off. As I've said before, guys, I really appreciate you following and checking the videos. Just like a little bit of stainless exhaust here. If anyone's ever looking for some stainless work, feel free to give me a shout. I do aluminum, stainless, titanium, anything that's got to do with TIG welding aspects, we can definitely get done for you. So let's do a little draggy pull, call it the end. Again, guys, thanks for following. Check out Instagram, Facebook, and until next time, drive safe, check safe.